Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you how to install wooden letters on a wall. This will be a simple tutorial for hanging name letters. Let's get right into the video. As you can see right here, I have a wall and I have a whole bunch of wooden letters that I'm going to be installing on the wall. I'm going to tell you what I did. I'm going to tell you how it's going to work. The first step is I actually laid out all of the letters down here. This is my daughter's name. My daughter's name is Olivia, and I'm going to be placing those letters of Olivia on this wall. So I laid it out over here, and I did all of the appropriate measurements. So I knew, so I basically knew what it would look like on the wall. And then I took those measurements, and I actually applied them to the wall. So I measured the wall, I centered the entire width of the name, and I knew that I wanted to get 1 3/4 inch spacing between each letter. It's also sitting 24.5 inches off of this piece of board right here. I did this separately. This is actually like a board and batten kind of wainscoting thing that I did in her room. And it's sitting 24.5 inches above that. Let me bring the camera a little bit closer. Let's bring the camera closer so you can see. I don't know if you can see this on the wall, but I placed some lines over here. It's really hard to tell. Let me bring it a little bit closer. There you go. So I basically have a line all the way across. That is my level line. That line is level at 24.5 inches above that piece of board that I showed you. And I also have these vertical lines on the wall that sort of show me exactly where all of the letters are going to go. So basically what I did was I essentially took the letters, what they would look like, and I applied them with lines to the wall. So I know that my first letter, my O, is going to start here. And then my A, I'm not sure if I can catch this on the camera. I got to turn the camera. My A is going to end up all the way over here, okay? Now stay tuned until the end of the video because I have a very funny surprise that is very typical of me. If you've watched many of my videos, you'll know that sure, I've got a lot of content, but I'm extremely organized, but also extremely sloppy at the same time and extremely unorganized. So it's going to totally make sense. Stay tuned till the end. It's not going to take that long. We're going to start off with our O. Now I like to use these command picture hanging strips to hang these, okay? There are likely going to be, holes for screws or nails. It's really, really hard to get these letters level and perfectly placed if you use them. And they're like extremely lightweight. They're unbelievably lightweight. So even using 2 of these is more than enough in my opinion. It just keeps it nice and level. So I know that my O is going to end up over here. So I have my baseline where the bottom of the O is going to go, and I have my line on the left over here where the start of the O is going to go. So what I'm going to do, I've already placed these on here. I'm going to remove the backing, okay? We're going to throw the backing on the ground. We're going to clean it up later. I always like to clean up at the end, hence why I have that surprise for you at the end of the video. Stay tuned and smash the like if you like this video. Smash that thumbs up. All right, back to reality. So now I'm going to carefully place it on the wall, making sure that I get the bottom of the O on that level line at 24.5 inches above the board and the left right on that line. Now, take into account the fact that the human eye is not going to notice 1/4 inch of an error. Okay? So if you're off by 1/4 inch, it's no big deal. Just like in my case, if I'm off by 1/4 inch, I'm not going to tell my wife about it. I'm going to erase all these lines before she comes home. And she's going to look, she's going to say, wow, it's beautiful, looks amazing. No lines, so she's not going to know if I'm 1/4 inch off in any way. You got to make sure it's level though. That's a key factor. It's got to be level. So the O is on there, okay? Now, like I said, there is 1 3/4 inches between my letters. Now, there are actually 2 sets of lines on here because I drew the first set of lines and it was a little bit off. It was a little bit too far to the right. So I'm going with my second set of lines. That doesn't matter though, but I know from this edge right here is 1 3/4 inches to this line right here. So I gotta put the L at this line right here. This line over here, the L, let's just place it like this. A dry placement, the L is gonna go like that. And the 1 3/4 inches, I like to measure it basically from the edge of the letter. So I'm not measuring 1 3/4 inches from this edge to here. I'm measuring 1 3/4 inches from this edge to here. That's why this line is nice and tall. So 1 3/4 inches, just make sure we're good to go. Now I take my L, peel off these sticky tabs, okay? Like I said, you can do it with screws. it will be difficult. My opinion is just use these sticky tabs. These picture hanging strips are awesome. For the L, make sure it's on the line for the level. Make sure it's touching that line on the left as my guideline for my 1 3/4 placement. And place it in. There you go. Give it a little bit of pressure. These are extremely lightweight. They're wooden letters, but like I'm telling you, like literally, like they weigh like as much as my not even probably, you know, they weigh as much as my cell phone without a case on it. They're really, really light, okay? So I have my O, my L, extremely lightweight, my I. Now, as you can see, I have my line right here. Hopefully you can tell. I'm going 1 3/4 from this line over here. Once again, it is right over here. So my I is gonna go right like that, okay? Peel them off, oop, turn it the other way. My wife warned me, she said, Michael, make sure you place the letters the right way in the right order. Make sure you have enough sticky tabs. I said, honey, of course I do. Relax. And then you're going to see at the end of the video what happens, okay? You're going to see. And then you can imagine what's going to happen. As soon as she gets home, she's going to say, she was right in one way or another. So now I'm taking my I, placing it level on that level line right here. We're good to go. Place it down. Apply some pressure. Just like that. Okay. The key is in the preparation work. I probably spent about 15-20 minutes before filming preparing all of the lines and the placement. And 10 minutes asking my wife, you know, how much space do you want? Show me blah, blah, blah. So the key is in the preparation, okay? Now the V, once again, before you take your sticky tabs off, I have my lines, but you can never be too sure, okay? We're good to go. 1 3/4 right there. So the V, I'm going 1 3/4 from this edge of the I to this edge of the V. Not anywhere here. Like, in my opinion, I go from an edge to an edge. It's up to you what you want to do, but for me, this is what it's going to look like right there, okay? Like that, all right? Now, because not every letter looks the same. Now you'll start to notice I have different colored sticky tabs now, right? So you start to click in what the surprise might be. Like, right, before I was using the other color sticky tabs, now I'm using these colors. Wait a second, what's going on there, right? Okay, you're gonna find out momentarily. We're almost done. We're almost done. The V over here, hopefully you can see this. The V, I'm gonna place on the bottom and make sure I line up that left line right there and the level line at the bottom. Just like that. Place it. I don't remember where the sticky tabs were. I think they were on either side right here. Give it a little bit of pressure, just like that. Beautiful. Okay, we're almost done. Olivia, we're close to being done with the name. I is the next one. Once again, let me get out of the way here. 1 3/4 from there to there. That's actually just a touch off. That's just over 1 3/4. I'm gonna say that's okay, but I'm gonna put the line. Let's get my pencil over here. I'm going to put the line a little bit further off. There we go. We're going to split the difference. Okay? Like I said, erase the lines before anybody sees them and nobody's going to notice a 1/4 inch. Okay? Very simple. I got my I, dry placement first. It's going to go right there. Looks great. Take the sticky tabs off. Place them on the ground. Clean them up. Make sure you clean them up. Don't make a mess. Make sure you clean them up. Okay? Sticky tabs are off. Here's my I right over here. Looking for my level line right there, and looking for the line on the left. And we are, a little too high right there. Bring it down. Your level line is going to be the thing that people will notice. Because we're used to seeing words and letters that are all level in books and magazines and the internet when we read things. Okay? Olivia, right? Great. 1 letter left. No problem. I ran out of sticky tabs. I had these from the previous house. My wife and kids and I recently moved into a new house. That's why I'm setting all this artwork up and these letters up. So I left these on when I removed them from her bedroom in the previous house. And I was like, I have enough sticky tabs for sure. I got through the O, the L, and the I. Oli, okay? I ran out of sticky tabs. I scoured the house. I found a couple more. Olivia. I ran out. So when my wife comes home in a few minutes, she's going to be home in a few minutes, she's going to see a beautiful Olivia. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, it looks great, honey. I know it looks fantastic, right? Beautiful. I ran out. But what I would do is I would obviously have the sticky tabs. I would line it up just like that. Okay? And that's what it would look like in the end. I like it. I think it looks beautiful. She's going to think it looks beautiful too. I'm going to run to the hardware store later on in the day, maybe even in the evening. Once my kids are asleep, I'll run there. My wife will be home with them. I'm going to run there, pick up some sticky tabs, boom, and it's done. Well, I mean, I'm going to do it the next day because I'm not going to come in here when my daughter's sleeping and try and put this on the wall, but I will do it tomorrow morning first thing. But as you can see, that is how to hang wooden letters on the wall. Like I said, it's going to look great. When it's done, it's going to look fantastic. But you got the gist of it for the most part. Make sure you lay them out, do a dry layout, put all of your markings on the wall, and then just use the sticky tabs. I recommend using the sticky tabs. Place them on the wall. It's going to look great when it's done. And that's basically it. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to put my head here so like when I do the thumbnail, you know, we're going to be like this. So it's going to look like it kind of makes sense, right? But that's basically it. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.